Hi everyone, I'm Emilia, I'm your host, and this is the very first episode of PAS Seed Talks podcast. This podcast is all about our colivers here in the heart of Cantabria, in the village of Villegar. And our aim is to show you unfiltered, unedited conversations between colivers. In this first episode, I had an opportunity to interview Ashley, who is an entrepreneur, nomad, and a mom. I really like the conversation, and I hope you guys like it too. Let's get to the episode.
So I'm Ashley Timmermans. I don't know how to say it. It's a real Dutch name. And I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm here now for 3 weeks, I think, working and combining the Worldschooling hub with the children, and I love it.
Nice. I don't think they might know what is Worldschooling. So could you tell a little bit what is that about?
Worldschooling is a different way of educating your children. I would say it's a lifestyle, because they don't go to a normal school, they don't go to an alternative school, so we school them ourselves, but we really follow their interests and their intrinsic motivation. And the Worldschooling hubs are kind of a place where people who homeschool or unschool or Worldschooling come together and spend time together and learn stuff together, and also be social, because sometimes it can be lonely if you're traveling with the kids and everybody is at school. So that's the idea.
Is this your first time, by the way, doing Worldschooling?
Yes.
Cool. How did you find it?
Really nice. Yeah, for us it's a really nice experience. So we were doubting because our children are 3 and 6, so they're quite young to join. But we are very happy that we are here and that we had the opportunity to have this experience, because we will definitely come back and also join other world schools.
Nice. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And your kids, so they're 3 and 6 year olds, and are they used to like traveling around Europe, or how is your lifestyle? What do you do?
Tell us more. We try to travel for a part of the year. So we live in the Netherlands, and we travel with the van, with a camper van, and so that for them that also feels as their home. And I really like that way of traveling, because they can create their own space. You don't switch beds every time, but you still have the freedom to go wherever you want. So it feels like a snail, you know. It's amazing. Like always have your home with you, but still being on the road. So that's what I really love about it.
And how long have you had this kind of lifestyle? Is it new to you, or
no, it's not new to us. So when me and my husband Kees met, he always traveled for the winter and worked in the summer, and I really had the wish to be more free. Like, I studied at the university, I started working there, and I traveled a lot on my own as well. But then I thought, I don't want that normal life, being in the rat race and in the world where it's all about consuming, because we live in a city in the Netherlands.
Wow.
And then we decided to sell everything, and we started traveling. So that's 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow. So how was it? Did it change when the first kid was born?
Yes. Well, we didn't want to change it, but like I wrote down in my diary, when he is 3 months old, we will go on the road again. I mean, I even saw people who gave birth on the road. So I thought, well, 3 months, that's enough. But then we slept so bad, and giving birth was so hard, and he just only slept on my belly, and he had like a really strong reaction to when I ate different foods, so it wasn't possible to leave. I was like, no way, 3 months. So we waited until 5 months, and then we went for a small trip, and it really didn't work out. He hated driving in the car, so we stopped like every half an hour, and it just didn't work. So we decided to wait a little bit more, so it was more like a holiday. And then when he was 1.5 years, then we felt like that holiday felt like, it seems like this is going okay. And at that time we had actually an online tea shop. But we still sold a lot of tea offline to restaurants. So we decided, okay, I think the only thing that holds us back now is the tea shop. So we sold it in 3 weeks and we went on the road.
Oh wow. And where do you get the courage to do this kind of things? Like just sell your business and just go on the road with the toddler?
I think it's just because life is too short to wait. That's also on our camper van. Like you only live once, I guess, you know, I don't know, maybe we have another chance, and I think I already, when I was young, the freedom was already, and the curiosity to not be just in one place, and that's actually not true. When I was young, I didn't want to travel at all. My mom was like that, and she tried to travel with me, but I was really connected with my grandmother, and I said, "Oh, no way, I'm leaving her, and I'm not. I just want to stay in this small town." But then my grandmother became ill, and we moved to the city. And when I was 15 or 16, my mom took me to Thailand, and that for me was really like, whoa, this is so cool. I mean, the animals and the culture and the nature, and that was actually the moment I started traveling a lot.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. How many countries have you visited?
I don't know. Not so much as some people have visited. Like, we don't, for now with the children, we only do Europe, mainly Spain and France. Sometimes other, but not really. Like, if you compare us to the traveling families, we're not so adventurous actually. But before we did like a whole world trip to Sri Lanka, Japan,
with the kiddos.
Hawaii. No, not with the kiddos. No, it was before that. Yeah, no. I don't feel. When they're older and they can remember more. So for now, I don't feel doing that.
Wow, well, that's amazing. So why Spain and why France?
Because we surf.
Oh, tell us more about that.
Yeah, so actually we really we really like the digital nomad lifestyle. So it's not even traveling for us, but more living. So when we travel, our lifestyle is exactly the same as at home, because the children, we homeschool them, so they are at home already in our home country, and so it's 24/7 together. So it doesn't change a lot, except that we can surf when we are traveling, and that we are more outside.
Oh, so, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's.
What made you do the decision to homeschool the kids?
I think it started with the wish to keep traveling. Like, when they weren't born, Kees didn't want children at the first place. And I really always knew I wanted children. Yeah. But then when we were traveling together in New Zealand, he saw like a big truck at the beach when we were traveling there with the camper van, and the door opened and 3 of these wild children stepped out with the blonde hair from the sea, and he was like, oh, so that's possible as well.
I want to be a dad now.
Yeah. So he realized that it would be possible to travel and have kids. Well, everybody thinks it's impossible, because if you get kids, you need to settle down and you need a house, blah blah blah. So yeah, we knew we wouldn't go in the normal direction, and then afterwards, when we started researching more about the opportunities of worldschooling and homeschooling, and more the experience with traditional schooling, that people just need to do what the teacher says and learn stuff what they say, and it's totally not based on intrinsic motivation, or also not on what the world needs right now. Yeah. And that's also what I experienced at school. So it was like, everything fell together. So it just started feeling really good.
That's amazing. Oh, I love it. Yeah. I think that's like the dream of so many people, but then they just lack the courage to do it.
Yeah, I think it is the courage, or maybe also giving up some comfort. Yeah. I mean, having the securities of a job. It gives comfort, and also homeschooling kids or worldschooling them, it means you are there 24/7 with them. So it also, you need to be able to do that together, because if one doesn't feel right, then it's not possible. But you can always try.
And how do you handle the prejudices of other people? Like, I don't know if your family, if they accepted this, or the society, or friends, or whatever, like, have it been supportive or not?
Well, because we have always been the outliers, I think we had less people saying something about. Of course, I think a lot happens behind our backs. But what you see, especially with homeschooling, most people start they worry about the social aspect because they think everything happens between the walls of a school. Like, oh, but then how can they play with friends? Well, at school there's not even time to play with friends. I mean, you just need to do what the teachers say. So that's the only thing people ask us. But for the rest, most people want to do the same. Like, oh, we want to travel as well, but we have a job, but we have a house, but yeah.
Do you think they envy you?
I don't know. I don't know. No.
Yeah.
I think maybe, but I don't really care.
That's so good.
It's like, yeah, I really hope I inspire people to take the step.
Yeah.
Or even not really do the same, but follow your own path. Like what's your passion? How do you want to live? Because if you like living in a city, and if you like going to the restaurant every day, or if you like the job which pays you a lot and gives you stability, I mean, I think I will never say you should do something else. But if I help people, especially also with the business, like who say, yeah, I want to switch, then I feel like, okay, so let's find out, what is your dream life, and how does a perfect day in your life look like, and especially what do you want to do so you don't regret your life later on. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I want to ask, so your job is to coach people, right?
Yeah, especially business coaching.
Okay,
yeah.
So tell us more about that.
Yeah, so most of the times I help people who have the wish to build an online income. So they don't want to be dependent of being offline and work one-on-one. For example, therapists who do a lot of sessions one-on-one, but they have a lot of knowledge they can share online, and they would like to create something scalable so they can have more impact and help more people, but also at the same time gain more freedom themselves and get more time to spend with their family and children, because at the end that also matters most. If you feel happy, you're able to have more impact in the world and help more people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. And how long have you been coaching? And how did it start?
Yeah, I've been doing that for 3 years now.
Oh, nice.
And before that, so I studied psychology at the university, and I started coaching there and giving classes to the master students. But also I really like the entrepreneurship, so I started doing things offline because I didn't want to work full-time for the university, so I did that next to some other jobs. I worked on childcare, and I had at one point my own pancake bicycle. So I built my own pancake bicycle, and we made crepes, like the French crepes on festivals. So that was like the first step into the entrepreneurship. Well, I was always like, we have this second-hand market online in the Netherlands, and as a child I would like to buy like bracelets for really cheap and then sell them on markets.
Yeah, businesswoman.
So I really always enjoyed that. But then so it started transforming to online, because when we started traveling together, me and my husband, we really had the feeling like we want to continue this lifestyle, but how are you going to continue that if you work offline? Then my husband did a lot of, for example, cherry picking, but then it costs time and you need to be somewhere and you cannot travel at the same time. So then we slowly started with the online tea shop, but that was still offline a lot because we needed to pack the tea. It was like straight from the farmers.
Wow.
So we visited the farmers and then we got the tea ourselves, so we did everything ourselves. So it cost a lot of offline work as well. So that's what we learned. Like, don't go into the food business industry, even if it's online, it's really difficult.
Yeah, it has its risks.
Yeah, and then I started building some websites and doing that kind of stuff, which was very boring to me. Like the first one I really liked, and then I thought, oh my god, do I need to do this for another person as well? I'm not feeling like it anymore. And then at one point we had a travel blog and we worked with affiliate marketing, and I made my first online courses, but the children were really on the front, you know, and because people liked that to see, I started making more pictures and sharing them because people liked it, and then suddenly I didn't feel good about it. Like, oh, that was not what I wanted. I don't want my family to be on the internet only for this reason, you know. It's my family, and the children cannot yet decide if they want to be online or not. So then I made a mistake to quit everything and start a new website
from scratch.
Yeah, and I totally wasn't aware yet of the that we already built something, and I could just change the branding. You know, it was really easy to do that, but. I learned a lot about that. Like, if I don't like something, then it's like, let's stop. But it's not the right way to do, especially not in online business. You want to change subtle things and test it, and so. But I started all over again, and now it's really my business. I'm the coach. I'm the entrepreneur, and so it's like online one-on-one coaching. Online courses, community, run several online communities. And that's what I really like.
And the online courses, what are they about? What are you teaching?
They're mainly about starting an online business, or for example, creating an online community, creating an online course, and how to integrate that. For me, it's really important that it suits the people. The people's needs as well. So especially my one-on-one, because I don't think, you know, you see a lot of gurus who say, yeah, this is the way to go now, or this is the way to go now, but it's just, it confuses people because they forget about following their own journey. And of course they will come there as well, but I really like to look at the person themselves, like maybe a community is really good in these times of AI and everything, but maybe it doesn't suit you. So then we just need to see what suits you, because everything will work, but you cannot combine it, and you cannot combine it with if it doesn't suit you.
I think in the modern world we struggle with that a lot. Like there's just that one direction that everybody else is taking, and then you're like, but this doesn't suit me. So what would you say to people like this who are like looking for their own direction, like how to find it?
Well, don't stop trying. I mean, it's a bit weird, because you want to keep trying, but just don't be angry on yourself when it doesn't work out, you know? Like, don't think, oh, now nothing works. No, learn from it and try something else, because eventually you will find your way.
Oh, that's so nice. That's super inspiring, Ashley. Wow. I wanted to go back to this place where we're at right now.
Yes,
so
lovely.
We're doing Worldschooling here, and your kids are here. How do you find this as a place to like work remotely in a rural setting? Have you been on this kind of countryside before, and how do you feel about this?
Normally we stay at the sea, so for us it was, but we also looking for a piece of land here. So we found the Val de Pasiego because of the website of the coliving.
Oh.
Yeah, because every year we come back to the northern Spain, because this is our favorite part of Spain. And every year I search for Worldschooling hubs. So then I found the Worldschooling hub, and I saw the coliving, and then a couple of months ago, before we decided to join, we said, well, let's just go there and walk through the village and see if we like it. So that's how we found the Via Verde, like the greenway where you can bike and walk, and we really loved it. So right now because buying land at the sea is really expensive, so we decided to go a little bit more inland, and we really like this place. So that's how.
So are you maybe planning on staying here?
Well, we don't plan to live here, but we really would like to have a piece of land to create a food forest, and something that, like after 40 years, that the children can come back and say, hey, we planted those cherry trees 40 years ago, something like that. Maybe a small cabana, or that would be really nice.
Oh, that's so nice. It's so many people do that. They come here to the co-living, and then all of a sudden, like, I think I want to stay. Valles Pasiegos. Me, I had never even heard of this place, and now you're like, I think I will stay here because it's just wonderful. It has some magic. I don't know what it is. But
but don't say it too quiet.
It's true. Maybe we edit this part. Okay, and co-livings. Have you been to living in co-livings before?
No.
Okay.
And I it's very funny, because I'm really not a community person. And well, I love communities, but I also really like to be on my own.
Yeah.
And to not to have my own place, you know. So that was actually the thing I was really worried about. So coming to this place, like, oh, but then we have to eat all nights together, and we have to change the schedule of the children, because in the Netherlands they go to bed really early, and here they go to bed really late.
I know.
And I thought, that's not possible, because that will not suit us. And but it's totally the opposite. So for me, because you have your own kitchen here, you can cook for yourself, but you can also join others. You can. So for me, it's the perfect combination of both worlds, actually.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I really love it here.
Yeah, I also think it's quite special to live in a cabin. I mean, I think there are some studies even about that the most happy people in the world live in cabins.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
like the wooden. Because it's really healthy.
Yeah,
it's healthy to live in wood.
Nice.
What do you think of the cabins and staying here?
I mean, I've been here for 5 months now, and I never ever expected to see myself in a village of less than 100 people living in a cabin. I was like, what? Seriously? But I'm loving it. I think it's so good for the mental health. I feel so much more connected to myself, connected to the nature. I feel like there's finally some maybe direction in my life. Not something that I had planned at all. But it's taking shape. And I really love it. Like Cantabria in general is just a really nice place to stay.
Beautiful.
It's like a hidden gem of Spain, I think.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And also this life in a co-living, because, you know, people come and go. You have always like very like international vibe. And I love hearing people's life stories. I could just sit there in the community cabin and do this kind of interviews and let them tell about their lives and their learnings, and just, I don't know, immerse myself there, because it's just something that you don't have that in cities. And I don't know how you feel about that, but at least I was in Madrid before this.
The chicken coming.
Chicken joining the and it was like, yes, you have a lot of people there, but you just don't connect. Everybody are in their own little bubbles, and they have their own ambitious goals, which is good as well. But then I was lacking that. I was like, okay, I'm from Finland, I'm in Spain, I want like deeper connections, and the city didn't really give that to me.
But I think also the combination of a Spanish village with the international co-living, that makes it really nice, because we have also been looking to villages, but then you really miss the like-minded people, you know. It's like, it's difficult.
I also think it's different, like and that's what Oscar and Lulu also say. They're like, this is a little bit like biased view of this, because you have like, you don't feel like you're living in the middle of nowhere in a very little village, because then you still have like people who have very like open mind, and I don't know, exactly this, that people come and go, and the vibe is super international.
Yes, it's really nice.
It's really nice. Okay, what about like these routines here? Tell us about your normal day here. Like what does it consist of with
normal
the kids?
Day?
You've been here for 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks.
Yeah, but still, like, there are no normal days.
Okay.
The cowbell comes every day. So it's really easy going. The first week we really had to get used to the rhythm, and also the children, you know, they needed to get used to the new situation. And now they are really excited when the Worldschooling starts at Monday, and we do a lot of things together. So in the morning we start like with the community tasks, feeding the animals and giving the plants some water or cleaning some stuff. And then the children start doing some things together. And most of the times we join, because our children are very young. But now they're just going there by themselves, so that's really nice. And then I start working for some hours. If I feel like it.
That's the best.
It's like I really like working when I feel like working, because same with Worldschooling. If you're intrinsically motivated, then it feels way better. Of course, you have to do some boring tasks, and sometimes you need to go through something or just give it a couple more hours. But yeah, it's really nice to do. That's the nice thing of entrepreneurship. Yeah, you can choose whatever you want when you want to do it or not. There's no boss saying no.
Yeah.
You need to do it now. You're your own boss.
Also comes with downsides, doesn't it?
Yes, that's true. Because if you don't tell yourself to do something and you are in a I'm not gonna do anything flow, then nothing happens.
Yeah. Do you ever struggle with that?
No.
I do.
But it's. I had like last year. I really had how do you call it? Like a
burnout? No.
Yeah, maybe burnout feels really hard, but something like I thought, oh, I'm really living the free life and the dream life, but I still don't feel the freedom. So because I really felt the for me it's really like I'm not a normal business coach. Sometimes I don't want to call myself a business coach, because if you see the standard business coaches, especially in the Netherlands, they're like in the suits without the bra and then they are doing the photo shoots. That's like the oh now I'm like them, and I'm not like them. So it felt that there was a gap, or I also felt like, am I even allowed to teach people how to make money, because I'm not making millions, you know?
Yeah.
But it's more about gaining freedom and earning enough to live the lifestyle you want. But then you need to compete to the people who say, hey, I will learn you how to make 10k or earn your first million, you know? And I'm not like that. No. So I struggled with that a lot. And then also, of course, you deal with the coaching, the people need to do the work. You're not doing it for them. You can only help them. And I really struggled with that, because of course you have people who are very successful, but you also have a lot of people who want to create something, but then they find out it's too hard, or they don't want to do it. And for me, it was really difficult to accept that. Yeah. Because then I think I wanted it more than they wanted it. So I felt like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
Oh wow.
So I actually last year I stopped completely with one-on-one coaching, running the community. I closed down everything. Really? Yeah, and because I just needed some time to see if I was still on my own path, or if I was just doing something other people say you can do, or so then for months I really did not really know if I would continue. I only had some clients I was still helping, but I didn't do any marketing. I just disappeared from social media and everything. Wow. And then like a couple of months ago I felt, so I went all directions, like I'm gonna do something else, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, maybe I should just quit everything and start a farm or something. But then every time I felt like, no, I really like to help people with this, because I really like also changing the money mindset, because I'm not saying I'm a social entrepreneur, but in the end I actually am, because I only want to earn money to make the world better and to help nature, and I don't need a big car, I don't need a big house, but I love that. So I really like to change the mindset of a lot of people who think earning money is bad, because you can do really nice things with the money. So then I got back my spirit, you know, and I really felt I can do it on my own way. And I felt even more confident of continuing my path, but on the way that suits me. So I think it's really important, if you're an entrepreneur, to maybe every 3 months, or even if you feel like it, to look at the bigger picture and look at yourself like, am I still on the right path? So good. I love it. And I, like with my coaches, I make the 10 rules I want to live by, and you can just write them down. Like, okay, I want to eat healthy every day. I want to be in nature. I want to spend time with my family. And then if you have these 10 general rules, then you can see how you want to integrate your business within your life instead of the other way around. I love that. Yeah. How did you make, like, where did that 10 rule concept came from? That's amazing. I made it up. I love it. I think I need to create my 10 rules. Yes, definitely. Sure. Yeah, because and they might change later on, but it gives so much clarity about what's really important, because we forget that when we live our lives. And when you're in the rat race, it feels like nothing else is more important, and you forget about your 10 rules. So it's really good to write it down and to look at them and, oh yeah, that was it. And then ask yourself, am I still aligned with that? Am I still...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's amazing that you also had the courage to just stop and be like, am I aligned now? Because I think most of us are scared to stop, even though sometimes I also feel like, I'm like, okay, I need to stop.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I feel this bad conscience. I'm like, no, I cannot stop. I need to continue.
Yeah.
I need to continue like trying to find clients.
Yeah.
And if I don't have any cash flow, how will this work out? But then actually I think it's super important to take those pauses and be like, okay, am I really on the right path or not?
But I still think I went on too long.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of human being, because and then at some moments I started trying stuff and still I felt like that. So I thought, if I keep trying stuff and nothing changed in my feeling, and I start forgetting clients' calls and just write them down on weird days, and then I would email them like, hey, we had a call, and they said no, and then I looked and I just wrote down something totally different. So I really mentioned some signs that I needed to listen to. So I think it's very normal that you need to listen to your body and to your mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you feel like stopping, sometimes it takes the courage to accept that you will have the voice in your mind like, I should do something else, but yeah.
I'm taking mental notes.
Yeah.
But after 4 months you continued, and now was
yes,
it so?
and it just happened by itself, because I really felt like I didn't have the feeling I wanted to work anymore. So as I said to my husband, well, you go working, I don't want anymore. And for me that really felt like a sign, so something needed to change. And now at the morning I feel I really like to work. So and I think when you feel that, then you're on the right path, you know. When you feel the motivation to work and to create things, then it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody needs to talk with Ashley. So we do a little promotion for your channels. But before that, one more thing. I was thinking, like, because you have quite an alternative lifestyle, don't you?
It's funny because I always say we are in the middle, but more and more I feel like maybe we're not on the middle.
I think you're pretty alternative.
Yes, I think so too. Yeah.
It's good. So how do you create like stability in that? Because I think many people want to live like, they have dreams and they want an alternative lifestyle. They want to travel, they want to serve, they want to homeschool, they want to do all that.
Yes.
But then they just can't because of the society's expectations. So going a little bit back to this, we talked about it a few minutes ago, but how? Do you have any like practical tips where to start?
Small steps. So a lot of people take like the big step, and that's also possible, but then you already felt the courage, you know. If you are able to take the big step, then it means that you already did it. Then things will start rolling, because you will meet people on the road and you will be inspired by them, and then suddenly it feels like everybody's homeschooling. Well, it's really a small percentage, but then it's the world starts looking differently. But before that, because a lot of people don't feel that courage to take the big leap, most of the times it's a really long journey, and that's okay. But then just start taking small steps. So if you're really stuck in the rat race and in routines, just start by taking another route to your work. You know, just I used to, because I'm bored quite quick. So if we're in the city and I need to take the bike to the groceries, I just follow the green lights, for example, instead of just taking the road I just follow the green lights, or I take another road I never got. So because you want to practice the brain to go out of the comfort zone.
Absolutely.
So those small things, like change the habits you have to get yourself out of the comfort zone and make your mind prepared for making the bigger leap later on. And then or for example, take a workshop. I'm really a fan of the Iceman. You know the Iceman? No. Oh, in Finland they do ice baths, yeah?
What? Oh, yeah! The ice swimming.
Yes. So that kind of things, if you're not used to that, like take a workshop, because it will take you out of your comfort zone, and it just you meet new people in the workshop, and you will do something which is really exciting and good for your mind. So it will open up already a new world, and it actually is also proven that those kind of things will make new brain connections, and you will just start finding your own way if you keep taking yourself out of the comfort zone.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I agree. I think it's like super important because that's the way to like open your mind to new opportunities and like also to let go the expectations of other people. I think that's something we struggle a lot.
I think it's the more, even we doubt ourselves now and then, like especially for example if the children are feeling bad one day, it's like, oh, do we do the right thing, you know? But you need to accept that everything goes along with the doubt, but you don't need to listen to it. And that's the thing, people listen to the doubts, but it's just the voice will never go away. I mean, even I have doubts, and people who earn millions, if that's your wish, like getting a successful, they also have their own doubts, so it's normal, but they then don't act to the doubts, don't listen to it, just it's there, and let it live in your mind.
How do you do that? I need more practical tips on how not listen to the doubts. Like journal about them, or
just let them be there.
Let them be there.
Like you can listen to them, and then you just say like, okay, so thank you, doubt, thank you for telling me it, and but I will not take action.
I'll let you go.
Or even it will continue. I had a mastermind Q&A this week, and she wanted to create a community, and then she had a €5 community, and then she turned it back because she started doubting a lot about if it was the right thing to do. But then you're like continuously hopping, and that's not really good for the marketing. I did it myself though as well.
I'm doing that. Definitely as an entrepreneur.
But then I also said to her, so okay, you're gonna change the price to €5. You're not gonna change it back. You're just gonna keep it there. And if the doubt comes, it's okay. It will be there. But just don't. So you can listen to it, but just don't take action with your body. Like don't push the button, delete action. You know, don't push the button to go back. But accept that the doubts are part of the deal.
Yeah, especially I think in like woman entrepreneurship, like we suffer a lot from the classic imposter syndrome that's there, and that's also creating a lot of doubts in ourselves. Like we're like, am I really able to do this? Am I capable of actually taking this kind of steps and doing that? But okay, so then you coach, and then you tell people not to listen to that. And
but it's not listening, but it's accepting that it's there. Because if you say to yourself, don't listen to it, doesn't work. It's like, where's the pink elephant? You know, you will see pink elephant. So you need to accept that it's there and make it a good thing. So if you doubt, you're on the right path, but don't change your path.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Yes, I feel like I just want to go to my cabin now and write down everything I've learned from you. Amazing. Do you have anything else you want to share to our listeners about your life or your journey?
No, join the co-living. And I think also you can I think you agree that this place can also change the way you live and the way you see things.
Absolutely. Yes, it has a major impact. It has impacted me so much.
Yes.
And also like Lulu and Oscar, the owners of this place, Pastoral Co-living, tend to say like, here we serve others. Like we don't just wash our own dishes, or we don't just like, I don't live this life for ourselves, but we really serve others, and it's so contagious. It's so contagious. And it's amazing because then all of a sudden all these little gestures as well, they, instead of being something like, oh no, I need to do this, become something that I'm happy to do, and I like
and that you're allowed to do that. That's also like in the modern society, everybody is stressed and thinking about themselves and in a rush, and there is not even time to think about what you want, you know. And here your mind opens up. It's the environment, the people. I think it's everything together.
Yes, you forget about the egoistic patterns that you might have had before, and then all of a sudden you enjoy washing dishes and cleaning and you know all that. It's amazing. It's really contagious. And I think that's also one of the special things about this place. Well, Ashley, how can we find you? Tell us.
Yeah, so everything is in Dutch.
It's okay, I think we might have some Dutch listeners.
Maybe. So my name is Ashley Timmermans, and everything is under my name, but I recently also bought a new domain, like it's solopreneur.nl, so it's really a nice one. And so the mastermind and everything is, you can find it on solopreneur.nl, and my personal branding website is just Ashley Timmermans.nl. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you. I love doing it.
Okay. That's all.
Bye.
Bye.